Hi alle sammen, and welcome to Learn Danish with Isaac and this quick video on mastering Danish grammar. I really hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. The first thing will be inversion, and this is one thing that I've seen a lot of people have trouble with. So inversion is basically when we take the subject, which is, let's say, I, for example, in a sentence, and the verb, so let's say run, and then we invert those two, so that means we substitute them. So instead of saying I run, we say run I. And this happens many times in the Danish language, and the way that it is usually explained, and I know this from my students in Danish language schools, is with the concept of a main sentence and a sub sentence, sometimes called the subclause. However, I will try to explain it in a bit of a different way, and that is why in this example I have underlined the word for, because actually what determines whether there is an inversion is these small words such as for. So here the inversion is that gjorde is the verb, comes before jeg, which is the subject, which is I, of course. So if you want to see more on inversion, that will be the first video, but also I think these videos are made so that they don't have to be watched from let's say inversion to the rest, but that you can choose yourself which one to begin with. So inversion was just the one that I put first here. Now the next one is da or no, here on the second row. And both of these words mean when. And so the translation in this sentence, in Danish, it's da jeg var barn in the first sentence, and the next sentence is når jeg bliver voksen. And they both mean when, the words here, because the first sentence means when I was a child, whereas the other one means when I become an adult. And the basic rule here is that we have da is for past tense and no is for present tense. And if you know a little bit of Danish grammar, then you will know that we call past tense in Danish, we call it datid, and that is why we call it datid, because we use this word da. So also there will be more on that in that video. The next thing that I'll be going over is the difference between the words forskellig and Anderledes. So both of these words mean different, the word different, but in different ways. So here the two examples are: på fredag skal vi lave noget lidt anderledes. And the example for forskellig is: Martin og Frederik er forskellige. So yeah, there is a difference there. And we will see what it is in the video. And the next thing I'll be talking about is the 6 tenses. So these are obviously present, past, present perfect, past perfect, future, and conditional, but I call it hypothetical because I think it's a better word for what we're describing. And there's some neat rules there too, and a different way of thinking about the tenses in general. I think the most important one is modal. Modal is maybe the most important concept in Danish grammar, and that will be a good part of that video. The next thing is past tense. So past tense is the most difficult tense in Danish because we have 3 different possibilities when creating past tense. The word can either end on de, te, or it can be irregular. And we'll talk about in that video how we can determine whether our word should be end in de, te, or in an irregular. or whether it should be irregular. Irregular, of course, is when the vowel changes and the word does whatever it wants to. The last video that I have included here, but again, you can watch it in whatever order you want to, is favorite words in Danish. That is what this yndlings, this word means. And I thought it would be nice to end it on some of my personal favorite words in Danish, and why I actually like these words. And these will not be fancy words like abracadabra or whatever you can think of, but it will rather be everyday words that we use all the time, but which are actually very interesting, and also everyday words that we use every day, but words that can be difficult for people to remember. So the example I put here is at trække vejret. And trække vejret is something we do all the time. It means to breathe. But if we translate it directly, it means to pull the weather. So to pull the weather in. And this is one of those words, if you kind of looked it up and you saw, okay, that means to pull the weather, you would probably not understand it. But I think it's a very interesting way of saying to breathe. And you might think, well, is there not another way to say breathe in Danish? And actually there is not. This is the only way that we say to breathe, or if we want someone to breathe, it will say træk vejret. Jeg trækker vejret. So I hope that you will consider joining this crash course on Danish basics. Even maybe if you know a little bit of Danish already, it will help. But also if you don't, I think I tried to design it so either way you will get something out of it. And the course will be these 7 videos, including this one. And I will be putting the link to the course in the description. And the first 30 days, this course will be available for 49 kroners. And the money from this goes to the channel and to making future courses. So I hope that you will consider joining this course. And remember, if you have any questions, you can always write a comment on this video, or I think that will be the best way for you to get in touch with me. So thank you so much for watching, og tak for i dag.